Hi everybody, welcome back again. Before we get into the video, here's a quick life snapshot of us back in Hong Kong. This is the famous trams of Hong Kong near Central. We're at a building called Worldwide House. There's some elevated walkways. You can walk all the way pretty much from Victoria Harbour all the way down on these elevated walkways. They go through buildings and stuff like that. But it's so funny because you would think you're in the Philippines. Worldwide House is got nothing but Filipino businesses in there, and there's just Filipinos walking everywhere. So every Sunday they get out and about and come down this way and all hang out and play music and catch up. I think it's just because there's, they have one day off, being the carers and workers they are in Hong Kong. So Worldwide House here overlooking the trams of Hong Kong. Wait for this tram to go. Very hustle and bustle. Another cool place to check out if you ever decide to go to Hong Kong. And there's some pretty good little businesses and stuff in the Worldwide House there. So let's get into today's video, and once again we appreciate you stopping by and supporting us. Thank you everybody. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Evelyn, Greg and Muttley here from Australia. Life Snapshot, welcome to our YouTube world. Check out our other videos, do all sorts of stuff, day by day living here, cost of living, destinations we've been to. Comment down below, ask us any questions you want. Try and keep it nice please, there's no need to be nasty about this stuff if you don't, Anyway, let's move on. Direct debit, why anyone who wants to do business with me, they say it's direct debit, I say goodbye, not interested. Let me give you a couple of reasons why. Okay, there's too much competition out there. There's too much option for the customer. Okay, why would you want someone that has a direct access to your money? What, for convenience? Convenience for who? Just think about that for a moment. Sure, okay, now you've got another thing to worry about, right? For those who have smaller bank accounts or amounts in your bank, that's something that you need to keep on top of now, okay, to make sure that you've got enough money in the bank, okay? And it's just another thing to worry about. Not to mention the fact that just in case something happens, you don't even mean it to happen, right? Your husband or your wife or your kid or someone's got access also to your bank account and takes a little bit too much out. You don't know about it. Suddenly the payment that's coming out direct debit goes to go in, they hit you for a penalty fee, okay? No one who wants to do business with me as direct debit, anyone who wants to do business with me direct debit can forget it, okay? My reply, I'm talking anywhere, buying appliances, financing a car, anything like that. I don't do any of these things anyway, but I'm not doing business with you direct debit, okay? Paying cash, I've done things like, I've had companies, I'm not going to mention the companies, that just said, oh, that's the way we do business. My reply is, well, I'll just go elsewhere. I'll go to the opposition. Someone is going to give me the deal I want on my terms. See, businesses have got to understand something here, especially big corporates, okay? The more people who say, you know what, I can just go elsewhere and I'm going to take the time to go elsewhere and get the deal I want, these big businesses will start listening. At the moment, they just say, well, tough. That's the way it works, okay? And you'll be surprised how much they want to chase after you when you say, you know what, it doesn't work like that. It's on my terms. It's on my conditions. This is my life. I'm in the driver's seat. If you want to do business with me, we come to terms. Not, oh, that's just take it or leave it, direct debit. No. Think about a couple of things that most people don't realize when they do direct debit. Like I mentioned the first example, okay? Someone just takes money out, you don't know, joint account, and suddenly, boom. You haven't really done anything wrong, okay? The other thing is what happens if you want to get out of the contract? What happens if you change banks, okay? What happens if you want to do anything? There's that awkward, unnecessary phone call. You've got to call them up to cancel your direct debit. And what do they say to you? They say, oh, but why? Can we ask the question, why? Shut the F up. Stay out of my life. I don't have to go through that. I just want to change the situation. I just want to change the contract. I want to go elsewhere. And that's why I don't like direct debit. It just gives you that little bit extra control when it comes to you making decisions that you're probably not ready for further down the track. You want to change address, you want to change banks, you just want to get out of the contract that you're in. Okay, you just want to change from one internet provider to another. Okay, I'll give you a quick story. Not this internet now, I've got Skylink now, and they just send me a bill. Every month they send me a bill. They don't cut it off, they just send me a bill saying, this is how much you owe and please pay it. Not even a due date on it. Okay, the last one, I'm not going to mention who it was, the last people I had NBN with, and I had it for a good 3 years. It was great until I had to upload. Okay, that's what changed me. They were perfect, really. But when I got the internet hooked up, I rang them up, did all the drill, and they said, okay, so we need your bank account. I said, what for? They said, well, we've got to do direct debit, sir. I said, I don't do direct debit. And they said, well, that's how we do business. I said, well, sorry, I'll go elsewhere. They went, oh, okay. I said, there's too much option out there. I don't want direct debit. I don't need you to be linked to my bank account. Okay. What I want is you to send me a bill. Well, we don't do that. I tell you what I'm going to do. I said, I like this deal. I'm happy with how much that you want to charge me per month. No direct debit. You just send me a bill and I'll pay you 6 months in advance. Now, the phone did go silent and they said, can we just put you on hold for a minute, sir, and we'll check. Right? They put me on hold, come back about 5 minutes later and said, we'll do that. Yes, if you pay the 6 months in advance. And what we'll do is we'll give you the first 30 days for free. Now, who gets that deal? Do you see what I'm trying to say to people when it comes to direct debit? You've got to challenge everything when you're about to, especially if you're about to go into a contract. I just refuse. I don't go into contracts. I just pay cash, or if you want me to sign up or direct debit, I walk away. Like I said, there's just too much option. But do you see what happened when I challenged their situation? They said to me, no, that's the way we do business. And I said, well, I'll just go elsewhere. Put me on hold, call me back. Yeah, if you pay 6 months in advance, we'll give you the first 30 days free. No one gets that offer. No one gets that offer. It's just because I thought outside the box that most people think they're in when it comes to dealing with big companies like internet companies or whatever it is, or buying appliances or anything like that. You're the customer. Without you, they go broke. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to watch you walk out the door and walk across the road to the opposition, and the opposition says, hell yeah, I'll do it on your terms. I trust you. You pay us one month in advance, and from then on we'll send you a bill. There's too much competition out there. There's too many options for the consumer. That you need to test these companies out and make sure that you're getting bang for your buck when it comes to dealing with especially direct debit. Okay, there is other options. There's options that you need to be not afraid to come up with and challenge their situation. Okay, I hope that helps. No direct debit, nothing, no more, please. Don't do it. Okay, challenge them. Walk out the door. Watch the response you get. I guarantee you'll get a better deal than probably the next 10 people that walk in there. You'll get that sweet little deal, the 30 days, like I said, for free, some sort of stuff like that. Don't be afraid to challenge the situation just because there was, well, big corporate, that's the way we deal things. Well, guess what? I don't deal that way. See ya. Watch the response. You can always go back. You can always give in, but me, I don't. I'd rather go without that product until I get what I want. Okay, you send me a bill, I'll pay for it. So just quickly, another thing too. When you're doing these types of deals, remember what time of year it is. Okay, so if you're just going in to buy a laptop or something like that, or an appliance or something for your house, just remember that there's timing for the year that you'll get a better deal, like end of year sale, Christmas, Boxing Day, last year's model, all those sort of things. Even buying a vehicle, the demo vehicle, you usually can get $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 off, and it still comes with the same warranty, the same deal, and everything. So just remember, time of year, a season change, the run out deals, last year's model, what's the difference? There's not much difference when it comes to last year's model and this year's model in most consumer goods. Okay, do your homework, check it out. Remember, no direct debit. Challenge these people. I think I'm onto something here. Well, I am onto something here. This is how I do things, and I want to help you do it. So all the best. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all your time. Love the comments. Do all that thing. Please subscribe. And let's get over that. I'm pushing for the 3,000 hours. Okay, I've done 500 subscribers. I think we're on 620 now. But we need to get those 3,000 hours, and I need to get it in like 10 days. So then I can start opening a shop and doing all sorts of stuff and really moving up levels in this wonderful world we call YouTube. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care. All the best. It's not what you know, it is who you know.